Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my bridal makeup look that I wore on my wedding day. I'm going to take you guys through the full face from beginning to end and just tell you guys the products that I picked, why I chose to use them, and hopefully I can give you some tips along the way. Our wedding day was so beautiful. It was so perfect. You plan for a year plus and you put all these pieces together, but you never really see it all together, and you just hope that it's going to turn out the way you envisioned in your head. And it turned out that times a million. It was a beautiful day. It had said on the forecast for our wedding day that it was supposed to be scattered showers that whole week leading up to the day, and I was honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I know there's nothing you can do about the weather, but I was a little nervous. Somebody must have been watching out for us because it was perfect. And we got married at Josh's family vineyard. I will link it down below. It's Fero Vineyards Winery in our hometown. We live in Philadelphia now, but we were both from the same small town in central Pennsylvania, and we grew up. We went to the same high school together, so we wanted to get married there, and it was so gorgeous. We got married under a big beautiful tree on a hill above the vineyard, and we were just looking out over these rolling hills where his family lived and where my family was from. A couple hills away I could pretty much see the church and the little cemetery where my grandma was buried, so I just felt like she was there too. It was just so beautiful and so perfect. I couldn't have planned a better day. Ooh, before I start tearing up thinking about it. You know, for me, it's all about how you want to do your ceremony. I mean, if you want to go down to the courthouse, if you just want to have a couple people there, you're just your closest family. If you want to have a big celebration with everybody that you know, whatever you want to do, it's just all about your marriage and your relationship with each other. For us, we had about 215 people, and it was just so magical to see all these different people from different groups all in the same place at the same time. It was really kind of surreal and really special. It made me feel very loved, very lucky in so many ways. So yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys a little bit about it and also show you this makeup look. So I ended up going a little bit more glam with my makeup than I had anticipated originally. I was gonna do just very light, easy breezy makeup. As you can see, I went a little bit more glam with it than that. So I'm gonna show you everything that I did. So keep watching if you wanna see how I got this look. I am wearing the dress that I actually wore on my rehearsal dinner night. It is already too small for me to even really zip up all the way. It's very, very tight right now because this baby bump is not getting any smaller. Like, it's crazy. But I'll link it down below if I can find it online. It was from Anthropologie, and I really loved it just because it was light and flowy and sort of cash. Bending over is not fun. And then for my primers, I will admit I was a little bit extra on my wedding day, but what other day is there to be extra than on your wedding day? So I did use a combination of two different primers. I saw Katie Lusterlux talk about this one, the Laura Mercier Foundation Primer Protect. It has SPF 30 in it, and she used it in one of her videos and her skin was so glowy and amazing. I've been using it ever since I saw that. It is incredible. It makes your skin just look so glowy and beautiful. I basically applied that to the outer edges of my face to get that glow going, and I did not want to apply it to my T-zone just on that specific day because I wanted my makeup to last into the night and not get a lot of shininess in my T-zone. So I just took the regular Laura Mercier foundation primer and I applied that to like my nose right here, the center of my forehead, and on my chin. So I ended up trying so many high-end foundations, mixing them together, trying different combinations, just trying so many different products, trying to get the perfect coverage level and finish and long-lasting ability for that day. It was really important to me, and I actually ended up going with one from the drugstore. So this is by Physicians Formula. This is the Healthy Foundation, and the shade that I wore is MC1. This has a little bit of SPF in it too. I did not get any flashback in my photos from what I can tell. This lasted all day for me, all night, even after I changed out of my dress and people were just taking pictures on their iPhone and stuff like that. My skin looked great, and it's my new favorite product. The shades are super forgiving. The finish is gorgeous. The coverage is perfect. I absolutely love this product. I've been recommending it to all my friends lately. For my eye base, this is actually my favorite one to use, and I am running low. This is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Chantilly. I will use this under my eyes, but right now it's a bit too light for that, but it's the perfect shade to just brighten up your lids. I did use the Anastasia Soft Glam palette, and this shade Tempera here has always been one of my favorites to set my lids. So I'm just gonna tap that all across my crease. It's also a really good one to kind of brighten up this inner part right in here. I'm gonna start off with burnt orange. First, I kind of look down and shut my eye part way so I can reach all the way into the crease and place that color in there. Otherwise, if I just start off like this, sometimes I'll have a gap where my eyelid wrinkle didn't quite touch my brush. But I was gonna go with individuals for my wedding day, but I pretty much did just do full strip of lashes, so that kind of allows me to pull that color up a little bit more above the crease. Spin that brush around on the lid a few times. Okay, so once I've done that, I'm gonna take orange soda and I'm gonna use that one to blend this inwards, soften the edges upwards, pretty much go around the entire area that I applied that first color. You can see it looks better after that, just kind of softens it out, gives more of a gradient to our lid. Then I'm just gonna layer a bit more burnt orange on, and a little bit more softly this time, just blend it out with orange soda again. Let's jump over to rustic, a bit more of a medium brown. So we are leaving for our honeymoon in a few days, and we're going to Poland. We're starting off in Poland for a wedding. Two of our friends are getting married in Krakow. Then we're going to Croatia for a week and then a couple days in Paris. So I am very, very, very excited. But I made the mistake of getting home and just thinking I had to start nesting right away as soon as the wedding was over. Because I hadn't really done anything with the nursery. I hadn't, you know, done any of the house projects I wanted to do. Just because I figured we have a wedding to plan, like let's focus on that, let's get that under our belts, and then we can do all this other stuff. So as soon as we got home from getting married, I started all these house projects, and they're all about a quarter of the way. If that. They're barely even done, but it's just enough that our house looks insane right now, and it's just so messy, and I just have so much on my plate trying to get ready for this child's arrival, but that's okay. We're gonna get through it. So anyway, I am planning on pretty much just eating my way through Europe. So I'm gonna blend that color, rustic, with a mix of burnt orange and orange soda. And in this outer corner here, I'm gonna take a little bit of burnt orange and just pull that downwards. And then flick it back up. Switch to my biggest blending brush and dip into orange soda. And I'm gonna do the same thing with that. Pull it down and kind of flick it back in this time to wing it out. So then I'm gonna use Cypress Umber. This is one of my favorite deep brown shades. Make sure you tap your brush off because this one is pretty powdery, but it is beautiful. And I kind of just want to make a little diagonal shape on the outer part of the lid with it, and just blend again with rustic. Okay, so this is looking pretty dark. So to get it more of looking like a winged out shape versus a smoky eye, I'm gonna go back in with tempera on a flat brush, and we're gonna find that sweet spot on our lid right here, a little farther towards the top. We want to angle it just like we did that darker color. Usually it does involve going back and layering some of those browns back on in the outer corner, but I think it's worth it. It just adds a little bit of brightness. I already did it on this side, but I just took I like to use a bigger angle brush. That way you get a bit of a softer line. I'm going to dip it into Noir, which is the black shade in the palette. Line my eye with this. You can just get that pretty lift and tilt to your eye. Then you can even take one of your blending brushes and like mush the outer corner a little bit just so it's even softer. Then I'm going to use the Loreal Infallible eyeliner. This is the Longwear eyeliner pencil. This is in brown. You can use black, but it's going to give us the same effect. I just want to use it to fill in our upper waterline. So next I'm just going to take a Neutrogena makeup wipe and clear away any fallout we might have before I do my concealer. And then my favorite concealer combination lately has been this one by Laura Mercier. This is the Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Concealer in the shade 1N. And I'm not gonna lie, pretty much load up on this. I love this stuff. And then if that is looking a little bit light, I'll tone it down slightly just by using the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, this time in the shade Custard. So when I blend my concealer, I always start out here and I want to push the coverage in, because if we start here and we blend it out, you're going to blend all the coverage away from the areas that most of us need it most, which is this inner part here. And you're going to pick up some extra product on your beauty blender for sure, especially with the amount of concealer that I use. So I kind of use that out in this corner. That way you don't get too much of a hard edge on your makeup. So while my concealer is still wet, I'm going to apply my cream highlighter. I'm going to use the Hourglass Vanish highlighting stick in the shade Champagne Flash. Usually what I like to do is get this started on the back of my hand, just start warming it up, and then lightly swipe it onto my cheekbones. And I'm going to find the cleanest spot on my Beauty Blender to blur that out and press it in. And then honestly, I feel like the cleaner the brush you use to set your under eye concealer, the better. It'll just give you a cleaner, more brightened look under your eyes. And the powder that I've been using for months now, I love this so much. This is the Patrickstarrr and MAC Patrick's Powder Set Powder. So I'm gonna apply that under my eyes and brush it backward, but not all the way over that cream highlight we put down. This is a Laura Mercier Fan Powder Brush. I'm gonna use this to apply the Too Faced Diamond Highlighter. I'm gonna apply that first, and it's really gonna stick to that cream highlighter we have. I love this color so much. I actually layer another one on top of this to make it a bit more neutral, but I love just putting this down first, and use my MAC Studio Fix Powder Plus Foundation in NC30, just sort of in the areas where I would apply my bronzer, so that goes on nice and smooth, because we're gonna put that on next. Uh-oh, bump alert. I'm ashamed of how dirty my bronzer brush is, but you know what? It's life. It's happening. So I'm gonna use the Too Faced Sweethearts bronzer. This is the Baked Luminous Glow Bronzer. I love this one for when I'm a bit more fair. It just looks so perfect on me. It's really hard to find a bronzer that looks nice on fair skin. I mean, for me anyways, that looks nice on me. But that one is great because it's more glowy, so it's not going to be that harsh transition between your highlight and your bronzer. I think that's why, I just figured out that's why I really do like to put this one on first. I've also been loving this so much, the Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder. This one is the one for lighter skin. Just a really beautiful tawny shade. I'm a little all over the place today, I realize that, but I am going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy highlighter. This one is gorgeous. This is definitely more of a golden champagne color, and I'm not going to use Fix Plus or anything like that. I haven't been doing that really with my highlighters lately, but this is nice just to dust on top and neutralize that color, and it gives a bit more of a glow, which is always good. You know, for your wedding, you might not want to be sending out signals into outer space with your cheekbones, or you might. It all depends on what you want and your preferences are. Kind of prefer this one lately to the Too Faced one, just to apply to the other high points of the face, like the nose. I always like to catch this little part in through here and above my lip. So after that whole thing is squared away, I'm going to take a dual fiber brush and lightly swirl over, especially just this inner part of my face. I want to make sure all those edges are nice and soft and blended out. And then I'm going to take that same Too Faced Sweethearts bronzer and dip into the deeper side with a smaller fluffy brush. And I know typically you want to do your nose contour with something that is matte, but I've just been using this because I haven't really been doing a super harsh nose contour lately, so to me it's sort of fine. I did use a blush, I'm just now remembering that I did use this one by Essence in Satin Coral. This is a beautiful, beautiful color. Okay, so next I need to give these brows a little love. I'm going to start off with the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel and then fill them in with the Lancome Ultra Precision Eyebrow Pencil in the shade 01 Blonde. So then when I have my brows all filled in, I'm going to take a little bit more of that tempera shadow, pop it right underneath the arch. So then I applied the Anastasia Tempera eyeshadow into the inner corners of my eyes and layered the Amrezy highlighter just a little bit on top of that. Then I'm going to take the Tarte Sex Kitten liquid liner and just do a very tiny wing on my eye, like the tiniest. Just the slightest bit of ultra dark black, just a thin line of it is going to make your eyes pop a lot. So for my mascara, I applied my Benefit Roller Lash Mascara, and I did end up applying some Eyelure Falsies. I went with, I can't remember which one I wore on my wedding day and which one I wore in this video. I have both sets and they're out of the box, but it was either the Eyelure Luxe, either the Baroque or the Opulent. I wore both of them. I just don't know which is which, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to list them both down below. They're both beautiful. I love the Eyelure Luxe line. They just look so expensive and lush and just really, really beautiful lashes. For my lip liner, I'm going to be using this one by Zoeva. This is in the shade Eternal Brightness. I love this. It's the most perfect nude color for my skin tone anyways. and it's just gorgeous. On top I layered these 2 shades by Pretty Vulgar. They are the Poisonous Pout glosses. I believe they are plumping, or definitely feel like they're plumping. And the first shade is called Perennial Kiss. I've been using these a lot, and I always do this color first. And then take the lighter shade, which is called Pick Your Poison, and this is a lighter peachy nude. I'm gonna set everything with the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. You may want to make sure you do this before you do your hair, if you can. And then the scent that I wore on my wedding day is the Miss Dior perfume. I absolutely love this. The bottle is beautiful. It's just always been my favorite go-to scent. It has been for years. I feel like it will forever be my go-to scent. And I found my earrings and my jewelry just in time to finish this video. So these earrings are actually Givenchy, however you say it. I found these at Nordstrom, and then my mom found this bracelet at a bridal shop. That was the pin. I just quickly pinned it into my hair. So funny story, I actually ended up ordering this on Amazon like 2 days before my wedding because I was going to get one from Anthropologie. They're so beautiful, these beautiful hair clips and pins that they have there. But I went in there and they said, oh, you have to order it like months ahead of time. So that did not work. So I ordered this on Amazon. I'll try to find it again and link it for you guys down below. So that is it for my bridal makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just wanted to share the look that I did on my wedding day with you guys and some of my accessories as well. We did do a gender reveal when we cut the cake for our baby at the wedding, so I will be telling you guys all about that in an upcoming video. I might film that one while we're in Croatia on our honeymoon. So that is everything. I really hope you guys enjoyed this look. And let me know what type of makeup look you wore or you want to wear on your wedding day down below in the comments. And I'll see you guys very soon in my next video. Bye!